You know what? Network marketing works, but most people don't stick around long enough to actually see themselves succeed. They get excited, they start working, and when it doesn't happen fast enough for them, they disappear. The truth, most people don't fail because the business doesn't work. They fail because they stop working the business. And if you've ever felt like quitting, you're going to love what I cover in today's episode. All right, let's get real in today's episode, as if I'm not always real. So, look, here's the thing: like, if you've ever felt like quitting, you're not alone. And most people at some point in their career are going to feel like giving up. And I know a lot of people in network marketing, a lot of very successful people, and many of them have just been like, I'm done. And so let's talk about like, why is it that so many people quit? I mean, let's just have a discussion about it and then what you can do about it to make that change. Okay, so and I'm not going to go for an hour. I could probably go for an hour in this episode. I'm not. So just quick heads up on that. Why do people quit? Well, a lot of people come into the business because we, and I mean we like the entire industry at large, promote this business model as big money, free time, residual income. And yeah, those are all true, but requires a tremendous amount of work, the willingness to push through your fears, your inadequacies, your self-worth issues, rejection, no's, quitters, good days, bad days, and I could go on and on. And so it's like we show the fantasy, which is a potential reality for people, but then it's like, why not like tell the freaking truth? Tell the truth. In fact, if you were told upon entry into this business model that, dude, yeah, you can make an absolute fortune in this business, but I mean, it could take you 10 years, could take you 5 years. I mean, it's very likely going to take you longer than right now you think it does. I wish somebody told me that. And nobody told me anything like, dude, you're going to be making 10 G's a month in 90 days. I quit my job mentally in my mind. I'm thinking I'm going to be making exactly that, 10 grand a month in 90 days. So I quit my day job. Well, it wasn't day technically. It was 3 nights a week, 3 hours a night, which is even more stupid looking back because I was making $1,000 a week selling cable television door to door. And it was just like 9, 10 hours a week. But, you can't go back and change things. It is what it is. And I was in that position where I was running out of money and it was not happening for me. And so in my mind, I had this expectation of how much I was going to make. Nobody told me that, but the picture that was painted for me through the presentation that I observed made me think I was going to be making 10 grand a month in 90 days. So who's to blame for that? Probably me. And probably them. And you should look at how you're presenting this opportunity. Are you presenting it with all of the good stuff and none of the frustration? Like if more people would just simply tell the damn truth, we'd have people coming in with realistic expectations. Because we all know that if you have really high expectations and you under deliver upon those expectations, it leads to frustration and discouragement. And is this going to happen for me? Am I good enough? Maybe this is not for me. What's wrong with me? And many of those people opt out. And a lot of good people that have the capacity to do this business, that have got the work ethic, that have got the communication skills, that have got the brain that's capable of learning, which all of us have, they're gone before they ever even gave it a chance. And like, I'm not sitting here going to say this is going to take you forever. This is going to take you 5 years. It's going to take you 10 years. I don't know. If somebody's told, if we told everybody it's going to take you 10 years, probably nobody would do it. But there's got to be some kind of like balance in the middle. Like, let's just be real with people, which from a training perspective, I think, in fact, I know this because people have told me the reason I follow you, Todd, is because you just tell it like it is. Like you just tell the truth. And I'm like, oh, dude, you're going to be rich so fast. It's so easy. Buy this training program and, overnight you're going to be massively successful. No. Let's just be real with people. So maybe you need to adjust your expectations. That might be one thing. And if we, well, as we're bringing people into the business model, if we set them up with proper expectations, we're going to have people that don't typically get discouraged as fast, don't get frustrated as fast, don't begin to question themselves so soon because they're not expecting this massive landslide of money coming in, because you told them it's, people take time to accumulate, skills take time to accumulate, volume takes time to accumulate. This is, yes, there's big money to be made in network marketing, but the truth is most people don't stick around long enough to get to that level, or they don't do the intensity of the right work for long enough. It's like they come out busting their tail for the first week, and then it's like they come out like a 10 in terms of like, okay, I'm putting this much energy into it on a scale of 1 to 10. And then the rest of the time they're just, cruising along, because maybe they didn't, they got a few no's, a few people that said, I'm not interested. You're crazy. What are you doing? I mean, think about that. A person in the first week, the first 3 people that they talk to, they're like, you're nuts. I wouldn't touch one of those things. I wouldn't do that if you paid me to. Whatever. If you get that kind of response, how could that not penetrate your psyche? How could that not make you go, oh my gosh, did I make the right decision? Now I'm questioning my own decision. I thought I made the right decision. Maybe this isn't for me. And then you're like 1 step back, 2 steps back. Now you're like, well, so expectations is one thing. I think the veracity of which you approach it is another. If we understand, why do people quit? They quit because of expectations. They quit. A lot of people quit because they just never do the work. Let's be real. They just never do the work. They kid themselves. I've said this a bazillion times on video, on stages. They do all of the things but the thing, because the thing is more difficult than all of the things. The one thing. Great book, by the way, Gary Keller. Great book. In fact, you should read that book. One thing. What's the one thing? How pretty is my Facebook post? How long can I spend on this reel so that everybody loves me? How, whatever. How clean, I'm not even going to show you, but if you saw my office and you only see the stuff I want you to see, I mean, it's a mess, man. I know I'm in my own mess. I know my mess, but I'm not sitting here like organizing so I can go start doing business. It's like doing business, doing the one thing is what matters more than anything. So they either have high expectations, under deliver on those expectations, or they come in and they really just don't do the work. So your income is a direct reflection of the exact activities that you do on a daily basis. So it's like focusing on the wrong things. Let's get you to focus on the right things, consistently doing the right things. I don't even need to explain to you what the right things are. It's people know what the right things are. They know I need to be talking to people. They know I need to be reaching out. They know they need to be DMing somebody or messaging them, texting them, calling them, getting them in front of presentations. But then they don't, because this is where most people have to face themselves in the mirror. And it's like, oh, now I got to engage with somebody. Now I've got to truly face my fears. Like posting on Facebook, you ain't facing your fears. Maybe if you did a Facebook Live, but that's a fear of like, speaking in public, whatever it might be, speaking on camera. But when it comes to prospecting, it's like, oh, I can hide here. I can try to just do attraction marketing and have people coming to me. How can you attract people when you don't even believe in what you're doing enough for you to pick up the phone and reach out to say, look, man, I found something super cool. I'm all in on this thing. I'd love to show you what I'm up to. When would you have 10 minutes to take a look at this video sometime today? With confidence, with conviction. So if you're not in this position where you're taking the daily consistent activities and you've adjusted your expectations to, I'm in here until, and honestly, that's the best thing that you could do. That's, I would say, one reason I'm still here today is I don't know why, but I did. I was like, I'm going to do this deal until if that dude can do it, if she can do it, if he can do it, darn it, I'm staying. I'm staying until I get this figured out because I'm not the fastest success story in network marketing. I'm not the best network marketer. I'm not. I'm very good at it because I've done it for a long time. You would hope to get good at something you've done for a long time. I'm very knowledgeable on what works and what doesn't in network marketing. I've learned to apply the knowledge of the things that work and stop doing the things that don't work. But you've got to do something like, hey, make a decision. Finally draw the line and say, I'm going to do this until I figure it out. Get around the right people. Like most network marketers are, they're on the Zoom with their team members and their friends that are in the company and they go to events, but 99% of your life is with everybody else. And if everybody else is dragging you down, is sucking the ever-loving energy out of you, and they're telling you all the reasons why it won't work, eventually you're going to believe them. But if it's like you become exactly like those people that you hang out with, and you've got to, at some point, learn to hold yourself accountable in a profession where there's zero accountability, none. Now, I have no problem holding myself accountable. However, I would say a great majority of people that enter this profession do because their whole life they're told to show when to show up, when to leave, how much they're worth, how much we'll pay you, when you get the time off, stop talking in class, be home by 11. You're held accountable, and you're held accountable by bosses, parents, and teachers. And now it's a free-for-all for you. And so because people aren't programmed, they're not used to this whole thing of I can come and go as I please, I can do whatever I want, that they do whatever they want. And the thing that they want is not the thing that's going to produce them money. That's exactly why I created A-Team 16 years ago. You've heard of it. Maybe you have. Maybe you've done it. Even if you've done an A-Team and you're not playing the A game, your best game you can possibly play, you need to come back and do this thing. We have massively enhanced the program. We now have 3 different tiers to choose from. There's a much higher degree of accountability. I'll say this. Don't be coming to A-Team if you're not ready to do something in your business, okay? I'm going to be very stern with that. Don't even bother coming to A-Team if you're not ready to get ripping in your business, because you will be forced to get ripping in your business. I'm just telling you right now. So the details, you can click the link below. You can see the details. It's starting soon. I have a hard limit. When we hit that limit, that page will turn from it's available to you're on a waiting list. How much longer do you want to wait? How much longer do you want to wait? And I'll put my money where my mouth is. You come and do A-Team, and you do A-Team from day one until we finish, not quit 3 weeks in. It's a 12-week program. You come in and you finish the deal. And if you're like, bro, Todd, that was not worth my money, I will happily, with a smile on my face, give you your money back. So you tell me, what have you got to lose? What am I going to do? Am I going to disappear? Am I going to go someplace? Am I going to take your money? I've been training professionally for 19 years. I've been in network marketing for 36 years. I ain't going anywhere. God willing, I'm still here on planet Earth. So you got nothing to risk and 100% to gain. More confidence, more skills, more action, more money, bigger check, feeling better about yourself. Click the link below today. Don't wait, because we will sell this thing out. Get yourself registered. Don't procrastinate. Aren't you done procrastinating, putting stuff off? Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. There's no power in tomorrow. There's only power in now. You can sit there and regret what you did yesterday. No power in the past. The only power is in the present. Right now, take the leap. Get yourself registered in A-Team. Figure out which tier works best for you, and I'll see you in A-Team.